Hey guys, welcome to another Coral Island video. Before I start off with the actual video, I did want to thank everybody that subscribed, liked, commented on my previous videos. I mean, it's crazy that I gained over 50 subscribers in just less than a month, and I've been getting a lot of comments, a lot of likes. So one of the videos that I'll put in the description has gotten over 2,000 views as of right now. I think that's insane, and thank you for everybody that helped me do that. What my plan is to pump out these videos once a week until the early alpha access for Coral Island releases for PC, which is June of 2021. So that's gonna be about 9 videos until that happens. I'm super excited for that. I got plans to even give away some keys to the game, both for early access for PC and then whenever the consoles release in later this year. So that's going to be awesome. I got a lot of plans, so thank you for watching, and hopefully you guys enjoy this video as well. There have been many games that came out in the last decade that have overpromised and never delivered. Some that come to top of my head are Witcher 3 during the release, Cyberpunk 2077, No Man's Sky, granted they have recovered after a few years, and Anthem, which have officially been shut down. There's also other games like Watch Dogs, Destiny, Fallout 76, and Final Fantasy Online. It's sad to see games like this not live up to the expectations, and today we'll be talking about what Coral Island needs to do to stay successful. So I know this question might be a little too early to answer because the game hasn't come out yet, but I want to give my thoughts on this topic. I also asked the Coral Island subreddit about this question, and I'll be sharing what they had to say as well. In my personal opinion, I think communication and listening to the community will be a big driver to the game's success, which I've noticed they've been great at so far. I also think having an alpha release is the perfect way to polish the game with the people that are excited for the release. I think a lot of games could have benefited from an alpha or beta release. It gives the opportunity to actively update the game with the help of real players. The alpha for Coral Island is going to release in June of 2021, and I'm excited to see how that will go down. I hope we as a player will have a place to write down bugs and issues with the game, and the developers being able to fix them, and by the end of 2022, the game will fully release as intended. So now let's move on to what some people on Reddit had to say about this topic. Tevra Rain said, the same thing those games fail to do, deliver on their promises, that's it. I completely agree with this point, and it also relates to what someone else said about this question. Not the Persona said, to be honest, a big part would be deleting everything to get all the stretch goals in by launch. I know they're hiring more people to get it done, but get the core done first, then have patches later to get the rest of the content in. If the game gets delayed by 2 years, it's going to lose a lot of people. The game got $600,000 on Kickstarter within the first week or two of going live, and they ended up adding more stretch goals after, up to $1.25 million. The alpha releases in 3 months, and I hope they got the main gameplay polished before they start adding more stuff to the game, as Not the Persona said. Shadowman621 said, transparency from the devs and also continued support once the game is out. I think a lot of games, especially AAA titles, have trouble of doing this because they're just looking for profit, and I'll kind of talk more about that because that's what somebody else said also. Drakeson said, every issue the games you named as an example and other biggest flops of the last decade had one issue, something our dear devs for Coral Island won't have any worries about. Corporate oversight, more concerned with profit than passion. Now, this is a good point. This is a small indie team that doesn't have a lot of stockholders breathing down their necks by releasing the next microtransaction in order to get more profits. So Drakeson and Shadowman61 kind of had the same idea. Brevidus said, I think Coral Island will thrive if it focuses on 2 areas in particular. The core gameplay loop, crops, relationships, animal mining, etc., and making the unique flavor of the game stand out. Example, the exotic setting with the merfolk and diving component. It is already and will continue to be graphically amazing game, and if they nail the mechanical parts, we'll see something truly magical emerge. There were a lot more people that took part in this conversation, so I'm only including some, and the last one I'm going to include is Sonora B, who said, honestly, I think No Man's Sky figured it out even with the initial flop. In my opinion, a number of studios miss out by calling a game complete and moving on to something new. Of course, that is usually the more secure financial strategy, so I understand why, but one of the reasons that No Man's Sky's fan base has come around and stayed strong, even grown, is because the game keeps getting updates that the fans love. Same with Stardew Valley, dedicating a little time to your older games is a great way for studios to keep fans engaged. I'm always bummed when a great game has room for improvement, but developers have moved on. Again, I know it's asking a lot of developers who have a business to run, but I think it keeps people coming back and talking about your game. I think to kind of summarize all the responses, people just want a complete game, a game that works right off the start. Obviously, it's going to have issues, small bugs, and things like that, but hopefully by the end of 2022, the game will be complete. The core mechanics will work, and things like diving, which is what makes the game stand out of any other game, will work as well. The game looks amazing, but there's more than graphics that make a game. For example, Stardew Valley is such a huge game, even in 2020 and 2021, and it's not that graphically impressive. So yeah, while the game looks great, it's gotta run great too. Those were some great points, and I 100% agree with everyone. This game has time to improve upon those things, and most important thing is they don't rush perfection. Keeping the backers in the loop will be a great step towards building a great game that everyone will enjoy. I'm excited to be able to take a part in the alpha and help the game grow in order to play the best farming sim game out there. That's a big challenge, but I think they got what it takes. Thanks for watching another Coral Island video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and let me know what you think the game needs to do in order to stay successful, and I will see everyone in the next video.